Hello everyone. How are you treating yourself today? I've been doing a lot of transformative work the past few weeks that involved a lot of soul searching and vulnerability towards myself, but we'll get to that later. Um, I don't know if you ever felt that void inside, that empty space that leaves you silently screaming. The painful feeling of emptiness and loneliness that really like settles inside and makes you feel there is nothing left. Well, in the past, my escape was buying things, numbing myself in front of the TV, or getting high on anything I could get my hands on. Yes, folks, I'm a recovering addict. So, what I did is, instead of listening to what the pain had to say, I ran from it as far away as possible. After all, who likes pain, right? Then in 2022, I'd say something I never understood before, something I thought would never happen to me, happened. I burned out. At first, I was confused. Until then, I managed to keep going, surviving from childhood to adulthood. But this time was different. I just couldn't adapt anymore. Something had changed. There is something called the General Adaptation Syndrome, or GAS. I discuss that sometimes with my clients. I won't go into detail here, but I invite you to look it up if you're interested. So what happened? Simply, I was cornered. I had no escape left because I was physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted. I couldn't watch TV for more than 2 minutes. I couldn't finish a single page of a book. And drugs, well, they felt like poison and they made everything worse. Really, everything went to shit in very little time. So for the first time in my entire life, I had to dive into my own abyss and face what was there. Now, during my ups and downs that I had before, I always took like short trips inside. But in June 2022, I dove in, no brakes, no parachute. And of course, I asked for help. Help is good. A fresh pair of eyes, and I found that amazing person who guided me through my darkness. It was not a psychologist. I avoided using medication because I think those mask the problem. They put you in this kind of altered state of mind, and it's masking it. I've always viewed those medications as stopping you from doing the work. Now, granted, in some cases, it might be useful or even needed, but I don't believe it. So that person I found, however, managed to accompany me in a safe and respectful way into my pain and into the darkest corner of my mind. As you know, I like quoting books or movies because I've worked in the film industry for a long time, and mostly, with absentee parents, I was raised by TV. So I'm gonna just quote this little litany of Dune. Fear is the mind killer. I will face my fear. I will let it pass through me. And when the fear has gone, there shall be nothing. Only I will remain. I never imagined a sentence from a science fiction book could apply so perfectly to life. When I faced my fear, the pain, when I stopped running and allowed myself to go through it, I discovered something in me that only a few loved ones had ever been able to see. I began to understand that all the pain, the losses, the hardship, they had a purpose. They gave me knowledge and understanding at a level no book or teacher could ever reach. And then I realized that sharing all this could help others. I realized that it gave me a lot of insight. I could inspire, disturb, or shake the beliefs of whoever I spoke to. But for that to work, it had to come from a place of love. And before, when I was at a younger age, it came mostly from a place of anger, revolt, and pain. The hardest part for me was asking for help, because I always thought that asking for help was a sign of weakness. And I grew up in a world where vulnerability was mocked, where authenticity was punished when facing authority. And all that built layers upon layers until I didn't know who I was anymore. And the funny thing about being vulnerable is that first and foremost it means taking off the masks for yourself. Only when you acknowledge your own pain can the real work begin. To me now that much is clear. When your internal dialogue tells you this is ridiculous, this is not you speaking. This is someone else, someone who had authority over you as a child, who installed belief. And it's like a line of computer code like running in the background, and the code has been limiting us practically up until now, maybe. For me, vulnerability and authenticity are the only true ways to reach within myself and to connect with other people. By facing my vulnerability and embracing myself as a whole, welcoming both the light and the dark, I set myself on this journey that I would share with you. So in short, what I'm trying to say is that more often than not, we view the burnout as something that is totally unmanageable, uncontrollable, something that is ending a chapter, and to a certain extent it does. My burnout was actually the push I needed. It stripped me from strength to run and to hide, and I had no choice but to face myself. There is light to be found in darkness, after all, we only see the star in the night sky, so that's pretty much what the universe is trying to tell us. When we look at the night sky, we see all those stars, but we see them because it's dark around it. So that's it. I guess that's it for today. If there is something you'd like me to discuss, feel free to message me. And if you're struggling and you want to do the real work, you're welcome to reach out and sit down with me. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, be you, because everybody else is taken. I thank you for watching. I thank you for your time. And I wish you all a very good day. This is me signing out.